If Destiny Child doesn't have the success that they had, is Beyonce, are we even discussing Beyonce right now?
See, I would ask a different question.
Okay.
I would ask, if Aaliyah didn't die, would Beyonce be Beyonce?
Now that is a great question.
That's what I would ask.
That is a fantastic debate. Oh my goodness. You know what? I stand silent on that one.
You know,
I agree with you 1,000% on that.
This Aaliyah was heavy. You know, like the motion she had and everything like that. And it's like, when did she die? I think late 2022. I mean, my bad. 2002. She died late 2000, and it's like that opened up the lane for Beyonce. The only other person that would have been there would have been like A. Marie. And it's like, even with her, when you go back and look like at A. Marie style and some of like the videos that she had, you go back and look at the Dangerously in Love Beyonce, and it's like the choreography, the look, the dress, that's all A. Marie. So you pick up that style. Beyonce in the group of Destiny's Child would have been bigger than A. Marie. And then Aaliyah's out the way. That's a clear path.
And to answer, Aaliyah's passing was August 25th, 2001.
Oh, 2001, okay.
2001. For me, I believe Janet is, like, we definitely don't get a Beyonce. We don't get a Destiny's Child without Janet Jackson's influence, her style.
You don't get a Britney Spears, Sierra, Rihanna.
Great point.
You know, you don't get a lot of them. I just was like doing like just looking at a few things on my end, just because I am not a Beyonce fan, guys. You know, I am aware, but I just wanted to be able to, if I speak on her, I don't want the Beehive to come.
Oh, they come
for me.
You know
what I'm saying?
I'm not even going in the world of media. Like, we caught a lot of traction and a lot of flack just because of that short that you put out that said Rihanna was walking all over Beyonce. Like, they came for you in that post too.
But if they was to get out of their emotions and go look at real numbers, we ain't talking about here in the United States. We talking about internationally numbers. You know what I'm saying? Now, Rihanna hasn't put out anything, you know what I'm saying, like album-wise.
Rihanna is killing the fashion world right now. And Robin Fenty is all over the fashion world right now. So she switched up lanes, which is, and now, like we said, now we see Beyonce seems to be the current spokesperson or current face of Levi's. Maybe that's the push into fashion. I don't know. I'm speculating here, but
I think it has a lot to do with like the Cowboy Carter.
Keeping that country narrative. I can see that.
Yeah, right now, the country, the Southern Soul thing is really popular, and the boots on the ground, and her being on who she is. It's like, we're gonna get Beyonce because she helps push that,
right.
Narrative. She's both Janet Jackson and Beyonce are like crossover artists. They don't have just one particular audience. They're crossover. I
definitely was going to speak to that too. I think, so it's two things, and I might get, no. I'm standing on this. If you ask me who is the better singer overall,
it's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce. It's absolutely Beyonce. Beyonce has a greater range. Janet's voice was silky. And a lot of her songs came out very sensual, a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. But if we just talking flat out belting, like toe to toe, put them in a room, no music, Beyonce's her range is just crazy.
One of the things I always used to say about Beyonce, where we at in the era now with a lot of, I can't say now because I feel like rap is changing, but over the past decade or so, a lot of rap had like that melodic, like rap singy feel to it. Roddy Ricch and like all that type of stuff. In my opinion, when you go and look at the origin of where that comes from, Beyonce been rap singing since the 90s. Like,
I can't disagree with that.
All the Destiny's Child songs?
I have a follow-up question with that.
What's that?
It's not even. I don't want to jump too far off topic, but in me discussing this, my question was, who was the better rap singer or rapper / singer type between Beyonce and Marsha Ambrosius? Marsha is a rapper. Marsha is but she's singing.
I'm still probably say Beyonce.
Of course we don't. Of course, Marsha isn't gonna get. I don't think she has the numbers and the promotion.
She's like Rhapsody when we talk about like charts and whatnot. You know, she's not gonna get those looks because she's like alternative in a sense. You know, but I would still say Beyonce. Just because I even think a lot of people were influenced by Beyonce with the rap singing. Whenever me, myself, not a Beyonce fan, but, you know, I'm a student of the game. When I was, like, studying, like, how can I really incorporate, like, the melodic sound into, like, some of my rap stuff, I listened to people like Bryson Tiller and all that type of stuff like that. And I also went back and listened to a lot of the old Destiny's Child stuff because what Beyonce was doing is she was rapping. Tell me what you think about me, about my own diamond, and she got like just the background is like
that melody, that cadence, yeah.
But she rapping.
I can't disagree with that.
She rap better than some of the rappers that's out for real.
What was the song that they did with it was a DJ Khaled record. It was Khaled, her, and Jay-Z. I don't remember the name of that record.
Was it Shining?
Was it Shining?
It might have been named something else, but I know the song was like the Shining, 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 Shining. Yeah.
I remember that record. Was that the one they was like she out-rapped Jay-Z on that record?
Oh, she probably did. She probably did. Like I'm gonna give it to Beyonce as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Especially a melodic rapper. Like, I know it was somebody, I want to say it was old video of Jay-Z talking about Beyonce in like 2001. And he was saying, like, even when he heard Beyonce, he was like, yo, she rapping better than a lot of these dudes out here. Yeah. And he was like, the first time he heard it, he was like, yo, she rapping. I just seen an interview where he actually talked about that. And she actually credits some other, like, Texas person of doing it before her as being, like, her influence. I can't name him right now, so I don't want to misquote her. But she actually gave that style to somebody else that was from Texas. But, you know, not to get too far from the Janet, I think that Janet was like coming in the era of like when MTV first started. MTV started based off of like Michael Jackson. And
that was late 90s. I mean, 80s, late 80s.
Yeah, so then when you have like Madonna, right? But then also you have Janet Jackson. So Janet Jackson was like, pop stardom for like black girls in a sense.
And speaking of that, I think,
especially in the era when it's like on TV and being promoted, how it's being promoted.
Janet wasn't back then. I don't think it was as artists weren't as frequent to cross over into different genres. Like for Janet, they were always going to label her and put her in the R&B box, as opposed to Beyonce. Well, she's in the R&B category, the popular music category. Now she's in the country category. So you get a broader spectrum, a larger range of growing your fan base. And then again, of course,
Janet Jackson is listed as a pop, R&B, and funk artist. Okay, I don't know what funk song she would have. But that's what she's listed as. While Beyonce is listed as those, as well as the country. I don't know about soul. I ain't heard no soul Beyonce song. I haven't heard none.
Soul?
I'm not a Beyonce fan, so I ain't listened to everything Beyonce. So
my wife was a part of the Beehive for several years, so I've definitely heard a few of Beyonce's albums. She definitely got some. She definitely got some crooning. I don't know if they were just very, very good R&B records or whether you would categorize them as soul, and I don't even want to name some of these songs but I have one particularly I would say it was a record 1+1. I think that was the name of it. I don't know if they would categorize that as a soul song. And then one of my favorite songs from Beyoncé, for obvious reasons that any Beyoncé fan would identify with, is a song called, I think it's Rocket. Yeah, it's Rocket. I would just say listen to the Rocket record with your wife. Listen, in order to keep up with the latest content, know when we're dropping new episodes, new podcasts, new material, make sure you are subscribed. OnSight Media Group on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms at OnSight Media Group. Make sure you click that notification bell so you know every single time that we drop new content on the channel, all right?